Good evening, friends. See, up to in the last session, we have completed the traditional computing, traditional computing, the issues, and what is the cloud computing, what are the advantages of cloud computing, and also, friends, in the last session, we explore cloud deployment models. Cloud deployment models. We also call it as the types of clouds. That is the 4 types of clouds we discussed: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. Those are the cloud deployment models we discussed in the last session. And today's session, and also in the last session, we explored cloud delivery models. The cloud computing is providing the 3 types of delivery models are providing: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Those are the cloud delivery models also we discussed in the last session. And I'll start it with AWS. In AWS, I'll start the global infrastructure. Here in AWS global infrastructure, how many availability zones are there? How many regions are there? That's I explored in the last session. Fine. Now, tomorrow I'll tell you that how to create your AWS free tier account, because this is the last demo session. That's why I explore today's session how to launch and connect the Windows server. How to launch and connect the Windows server I have to explore. On tomorrow's session, I have to explore that how to create your AWS free tier account. What are the limitations of your AWS free tier account? I'll tell you that. See, how to launch and connect the Windows server using the AWS. First, I have to open my AWS account. I open my AWS account. We can use it AWS login console. We can click on it here, management console. Sign into the console. I'll tell you that on tomorrow's session, how to create your AWS free tier account. To create your AWS free tier account, the 3 things will be required. One is credit card or debit card. Second is your mail ID. Third one is your mobile number. These 3 things are required to create your AWS free tier account. It is providing 12 months of the free service. 12 months it is providing the free service. I'll tell you that what are the free tier limitations also. Fine. See that whatever the mail ID you are given at the time of your AWS account creation, that the mail ID you are given. Whatever the password you are given, that the password we can type it here. In my account, I am providing the additional security. When I entered, I got the 6-digit number to my mobile number. I entered that 6-digit number, then only my AWS account will be open. See that. This is my AWS account. At the top, my name is there. Here, this is my AWS account ID is there. Account ID is there. Those are recently visited services. Recently visited services in my AWS account. Okay. Recently visited services in my AWS account. Now, today's session, we can launch and connect the Windows server. To launch and connect Windows server, the first one is we can open your AWS account. We can open your AWS account. Then the second step is, if you want to launch the Windows server, we have to use the compute service. Before we need to compute service, you need to choose the region. On which region you need to launch the Windows Server. Already I told that in the last session, how many data centers are there, how many regions are there, how many availability zones are there. That's we discussed in the last session. I'm selecting the region is Mumbai region. I'm selecting. This is every day I'm selecting the Mumbai region. That is, we can select the region. I'm selecting the region is Mumbai region. I'm selecting Mumbai region. I'm selecting to launch the Windows Server. To launch the Windows Server, which service I'm using is compute service I'm using. Where we got the compute service is here on left side at the top, 9 squads are there. On left side, there are many services are there. Here compute service option is there. Under you need to choose EC2. EC2. That is one way to choose the EC2 service. Or recently visited service also the EC2 is there. Or here on search box we can type it here the EC2. That's we can click on it here. That is we can select the EC2 service. We can select the EC2 service. How we can select the EC2 service? Here on left side, we can choose the compute service. Under the compute service, we can select it the EC2. Then the next step is, see that here on EC2 service, we observe the dashboard. How many instances are there? Instance is nothing but the virtual machine or the server or the mission. I'm using the terminology. How many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 1 is there. That is terminated. See that? That will be terminated. Just before commencing the session, I'll teach for the previous batch. This is the server I am launching. What is the state is there? Terminated. Fine. Now, what are the key pages are there? How many key pages are there? 0. How many security groups are there? 1. That is nothing but the default security group. That's automatically created. Fine. Now you want to launch the Windows Server. Here on left side, under the instances option is there. Instant is nothing but your server or the virtual machine. Where you launch the server means on the data center. Which data center you are selecting? Mumbai region data center you are selecting. Here on left side of the EC2 service, under the instances option is there. See that any instances will be running state. Any instances are in the running state? No. There is no instances are in the running state. Now, if you want to launch the instant, then launch instant option is there. Click on launch instant option. Then we have to give the instant name. That is here on left side, we have to click on instant option. Under the instant option, we have to choose launch instant. That the next step is nothing but you need to choose the name of the instant, name of your server. I am given the name of the server is the Windows 111. I am given. Meaningfully, we have to give the name of the server. That is, we have to give the name of the server, name of the instant. That's why I am given the name of the instant is Windows 111. I am given. You may give your name also, no problem. That's why I am given the name meaningfully Windows 111. I am given. Now, the next step to launch the Windows server, you need to select the operating system image. You are launch the Windows server means which operating system you need to select it? Windows. That is nothing but what? Amazon mission image. In short format, it is representing AMI. AMI stands for Amazon mission image. AMI is nothing but it's a template. Amazon mission image is nothing but it's a template. What it contains? It contains the software configuration, which includes the operating system, application server, and the applications. That is, you need to select the operating system. You need to select the operating system image. It's nothing but Amazon mission image. Amazon mission image. In short format, AMI. Which operating system you need to select it? The Windows. See that? See that? There are Amazon Linux is there. Mac operating system is there. Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux. See that? Out of those, you need to select the operating system is Windows. You can select it. Windows, you need to select it. Then we can scroll down. Amazon mission image. If you click on this arrow mark, here on left side, some of them are mentioned the free tag. We can scroll it. Some of them are mentioned the free tag. Some of them not mention anything, means they are the paid version. Even though that you are using the free tier account, you are for practicing purpose, you need to select the free tier only. Here I am selecting the free tier. I am selecting the free tier. Then it is providing the Amazon mission image ID is showing. ID is showing. Fine, fine. We can scroll it here. Then the next step to launch the Windows machine is instant type. You need to choose it. You need to select the instant type. Instant type. Sir, what it is providing the instant type? I'll tell you that. In any server, the three things will be required. One is CPU is required. Second is memory will be required. Memory is required. Third one is your hard disk will be required. These three things are required in any server. It may be the Linux server, it may be the Windows server. These three things will be required. That is, here I am selecting. See that here I am there in Mumbai region. Here compare instant type option is there. We can click on compare instant type. I am there in Mumbai region. Here in Mumbai region, how many instant types are there? How many instant types are there? 566. What it is providing the instant type is, it is providing number of CPUs, memory, storage, network performance can be providing. See that you need to select the instant type, you need to select it. You need to select the instant type, you need to select it. See, there are 566 instant types are there. As per your business requirement, you need to select the instant type. Here T2 family is there. Under T2 there are many instant types. T3 family is there. Under T3 there are many instant types. See, if you are selecting T3.2 extra large, it is providing 8 CPUs, 32 GB memory, network performance is up to 5 gigabyte. A1 family is there, which are used for high performance computing. C4, high performance computing they are using. They are very costly. They are very costly also. See that. If we are using as per your business requirement, you need to select the instant type. You are for practicing purpose, T2.micro or T3.micro is providing the free service. How many CPUs are providing if I am selecting T3.micro? 2 CPUs. I'll tell you that on tomorrow's session. What are the free tier limitations are there? How many CPUs are providing? 2 CPUs are providing. How much memory is providing? 1 GB. What is the network performance? Up to the 5 gigabyte. Click on select instant type. That is, I'm selecting the instant type is T3.micro. I'm selecting the instant type is T3.micro. I'm selecting. how many CPUs are providing, that is 2 CPUs are providing, how much memory is providing, that is 1 GB memory is providing, wait for hard disk, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Scroll down. Next step is the key pair. That is, you need to create the key pair. You need to create the key pair. You need to create the key pair. Sir, how to create the key pair? If you are already create the key pair, then we can select this arrow mark. The key pair will be visible here. Right now, I don't know, sir, how to create the key pair. Then simply we can click on create new key pair. I'm given the key pair name, that is Windows 111 key I am given. This is the key pair name I am given. This is the key pair name I am given. Windows 111 key I am given. Okay, see that. Key pair type is RSA. Private key file format, I am selecting the PEM file format. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. You go and check it here in my downloads. Windows 111 key PEM file is there. It will be downloading the key pair. Fine, fine. Without key, you can't enter your house, right? Like that, without key pair, you are not connecting your Windows machine. That's why I am creating the key pair. Fine. Next, come to the network setting. Come to the network setting. Here, edit option is there. Edit option is there. Now, VPC is there. That is, right now, I didn't explain how to create your own VPC. The default VPC, we can choose it. Just I am given the idea, what is the VPC? What is the VPC? See that this is your, okay. Yeah. This is your AWS. Globally, your AWS services has to be covered. This is your AWS. Just wait. This is your AWS. Now, what I am doing is here, this is your complete AWS is there. Now, here, I am selecting the region is Mumbai region I am selecting. Which region I am selecting? The Mumbai region I am selecting. Here in Mumbai region, see in one large big room, I am selecting some space. Some space I am selecting. On that space, if you want to launch the Linux server, we can launch it on that space. If you want to launch the Windows server, we can launch it. If you want to connect, if you want to create the database, we can launch the database also. That is nothing but you are creating the space is nothing but the VPC. VPC stands for virtual private cloud. Right now, I didn't explain that how to create your own VPC. Default VPC as is I am selecting. I am there in Mumbai region. Here in Mumbai region, the 3 availability zones are there. If I am selecting AP South 1A, my Windows server is launched in AP South 1A. If I am selecting 1B, Windows server is launched in AP South 1B. If I am not selecting any preference, my Windows server is launched in any one of the 3 availability zones. I'm not selecting any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP, that is enable is there. That is enable is there. See that here in network setting, we can go for edit option. Here, what is the VPC I am chosen? The default VPC I am choosing. Default VPC I am choosing. Subnet, I am not given any preference. That is no preference. Auto assign public IP. Auto assign public IP. That is enable is there. Default it is there. Now come to here. Security grouping. See, what is the security group is nothing but It's a firewall. It's a security group is nothing but it's a firewall that controls the traffic for your instance. That's why you need to create the security group. You are not given any name. Default it is providing launch wizard one. For meaningfully, if you want to give it, that's I am given as Windows 111 SG I am given. SG in my representation is security group. That's I can copy and paste it here in the description, and also I can paste it here in the notepad. That is the security group name I'm given. Now, here I'm launched the Windows server, the inbound security group role. The inbound security group role. I'm launched the Windows server in inbound security group role for Windows server. For Windows server, what is the type is providing the default? RTP. RTP. What is the port number? 3389. See, for Windows server, RTP port is enabled. Type is providing RTP. The port number is 3389. Now, see that. Source type, if I click on this arrow mark, my IP address, if I am selecting, my laptop IP address will be provided. With that IP address, my Windows server is connected. If I am selecting custom, then you need to enter the IP address or admin has to enter the IP address. With that IP address, your Windows server will be connected. If I am selecting anywhere, then if you know my AWS account credentials, if you know my Windows Server PEM file format, you can connect it, my Windows Server at any time, at any place, at any location. Here I am selecting the source type is anywhere I am selecting. Fine. Now, what is the storage it is providing? For the Windows Server, the default storage is 30 GB it is providing. 30 GB storage it is providing. That is the 30 GB storage it is providing. The storage that is where Windows 30 GB is provided. 30 GB storage it is providing for Windows Server. Fine. I'm not adding right now any additional volume. In upcoming session, we'll go for in detail also. I'm not adding any advanced details. Click on launch instant. That is instant is launched in Mumbai region data center. Now, click on it here. See that instant state is running. What is the instant name I am given? Windows 111. If you scroll down this one, instant name, instant ID, by launch the instant name I am given as t3.micro. Status check initializing is there. Right now, I'm not given any subnet preference. My instant will be launched in episode 1B. This is public IPv4, public DNS. This is the public IPv4. All the details which are showing. While launching the Windows server, I'm given the security group name is this one. This is the key pair name I am given. This is the launch date and time, platform, all the details which are providing. If you move this scroll bar, and if you are selecting this instant, at the bottom also it is showing the details. Same instant ID. This is the instant ID. Public IPv4, public IP address, private IP address, instant state, all the details are there. See, I can notate the public IP address. Finally, we can launch the instant. See, I can notate that the public IP address and the private IP address. For my Windows server, the private IP address is this one. See, now I can launch the Windows server in Mumbai region data center. I want to connect that Windows server. To connect this Windows server, you need the password. Without password, you can't connect your Windows server. While launch the instant, I am not given any password, but I am downloading the key pair. With the key pair, you got the password. How we got the password is, we select your instant. At the top, connect option is there. Click on that. Now you select the RDP client. See that instant ID is there and public DNS is there. I can copy the public DNS. I'll paste it here in the notepad. This is the username, administrator. I can copy and paste it here in the notepad. Scroll down here. If you want password, we can click on get password option is there. Click on that. While launch the Windows server, I am downloading the key pair PEM file format. That PEM file, we can upload it here. Click on upload private key file. Where your PEM file is there? In my downloads. That PEM file, we can select it. That is Windows 111 key. We can click on open. We can scroll down. Here decrypt password option is there. Then you got your password. That password as is, we can copy and paste it here in the notepad. This is the password. Now, see that. If you want to connect your Windows server from Mumbai region data center, you need the terminal. You need the terminal. Without terminal, you can't connect your Windows server. See, if you are using Windows operating system in your laptop, you have the remote desktop connection option is there. With the help of remote desktop connection, you can connect your Windows server from Mumbai region data center. Suppose you are using Mac operating system or the Linux operating system, then you need to download the remote desktop file. With the help of this remote desktop file, we can connect your Windows server. No problem at all. Fine. See, in my laptop, I'm using the Windows operating system. No need to download, no need to use that remote desktop file. I'm using remote desktop connection. I can click on this remote desktop connection. Then it is asking that you need to enter the IP address. Computer, you need to enter it. Computer is nothing but the public IP address. This is my Windows Server public IP address. Or you may enter that the public DNS. This is the public DNS. I can copy and paste it here, public DNS. Now we can click on connect option. Click on connect option. Then it is asking that you need to enter the username. What is the username for the Windows mission? Administrator. That's I can enter it. You need to enter the password. This is the password. Even if single character is missing, then you are not connecting your Windows server. And then click on OK. Click on yes. Now your Windows server is connecting from Mumbai region data center. I'm not purchasing the Windows server. I'm not installing Windows operating system. I can launch and connect the Windows server from Mumbai region data center. Just wait for 1 minute. It's connecting from Mumbai region data center. It's taking 1 or 2 minutes time because I'm selecting T3.micro. Just wait for 1 minute. It's connecting from Mumbai region data center. See, once you register the course, today is the last demo session. Once you register the course, then you are getting the class recording videos and the class material. Whatever I mentioned the steps, all the steps I have mentioned that in my class material. See that in my class material, each and every step I mention it here. Today I launch and connect the Windows server. See that what is EC2 service, the related just the points I have to mention. The steps to launch and connect the Windows server, pin to pin, I can mention it. We can select the region, Mumbai region. We need to select the EC2 service. We can click on launch instant. And we have to give the name of the instant. That is Windows 111 I'm given. And then you need to choose the operating system image. That's nothing but Amazon mission image. That is, you need to select it Windows. Like that, the pin to pin steps I am providing. See that your Windows server is connected. Like that, I am providing the material once you register the course. Just wait for 1 minute. It is showing in detail also at the right side. At the top also it is there. EC2, epsouth1.compute.amazon.aws.com. Wait for 1 more minute. It's showing the details at the right side. At the right side, it is showing the details. Meanwhile, anyone have any questions? Yeah. We observe at the top, see that at the right side, see here, it is showing the details. Host name, instant ID, private IP address, public IP address, like that all the details it is there. By launch this Windows server, t3.micro I am chosen. I'm not given any subnet preference. This instant is launched in AP South 1B. By launch the Windows mission, I am chosen the instant type is t3.micro. It is providing 2 CPUs, 1 GB memory. That is, it is there. Network performance is up to 5 gigabit. That is, it is showing the details at the right side. At the top right side, it is showing the details. How much storage it is providing? 30 GB. Where we got the 30 GB storage is, we can click on File Explorer. At the bottom is there, File Explorer, we can click on that. Wait, because I am selecting 1 GB memory only. That's why slow is there. We can click on this PC. See that? See here, C drive 29.4 GB. That is nothing but 30 GB. Here, up to this, some it will be occupied. That is for operating system. And the remaining is providing, the empty space is provided. That is nothing but the Windows server 30 GB storage is provided. 30 GB storage it is provided. Friends, those are the steps we have to follow how to launch and connect the Windows server from Mumbai region data center. From Mumbai region data center. On tomorrow's session, I'll tell you that how to launch and connect Linux server. Before to launch and connect the Linux server, I'll tell you that what are the steps we have to follow to create your AWS free tier account and what are the free tier limitations are there, and then I can launch and connect the Windows server. Slowly every day, one service I can cover it on 40 days. For AWS and MySQL, I can cover it 25 hours I am covering. 25 hours I am covering. Linux Basics, the 3 hours I am taking the sessions. Is the last demo sessions. The last demo session. See, once your practice will be over, whatever on today's session, whatever you are practiced on the day, then we can delete it. Now we can go and check it in the EC2 dashboard. See that instances running are 1. Instances are 2 are there. If you click on that, one instant is terminating, one instant will be running. See that how many key pairs are there? 1. That is nothing but your created key pair. How many security groups are there? That is 2. One is the default security group. One is your created security group is there. How many volumes are there? 1 volume is there. That is nothing but 30 GB, the default storage. See that. That is, we observe it in the dashboard. We observe it in the dashboard. Once your practice will be over, then whatever you are practiced on the session, we can terminate it. How we can terminate is select this mission, go for instant state. Here, terminate instant option is there. Stop the instant is nothing but like shutdowning your laptop. On the next day, you come and we can click on the start instant. Then no need to follow the steps. But I am saying that once your practice will be over, then we can click on terminate instant. And tomorrow you need the same thing. We can follow the steps. Then your practice will be perfect. Your practice will be perfect. I can terminate this instant. Click on terminate. First, it will be shutdowning from Mumbai region data center, and then it will be terminated. It will be terminated. Automatically, whenever I am terminating this, connection will be closed. See that? Remote desktop connection will be closed. Now we can go and check it here on the EC2 dashboard. Refresh it. Instances running are 0. Instances are 2 are there. These 2 are terminated. Key pairs are 1 is there. For key pairs and the security group, AWS will not be charged anything. However, for your practicing, you need to delete this key pair. Select this key pair. Go for action. Delete option is there. Now we can type as delete option. Click on delete. Then the key pair is deleted. Similarly, for security group also, AWS will not be charged anything. If you want to delete it, select this one, go for action, delete security group, just wait, it's in not terminating, that's why it is not deleted here. Wait for 1 minute. Yeah. Now I can check it here, security group, select this, go for action, delete security group, now it will be accepted, delete. That security group will be deleted. That's about today's session, friends. On today's session, I explored that how to launch and connect the Windows server. Any questions? Any questions related to this? This is the last demo session. From tomorrow onwards, the link will be changed. No questions? If no questions, then I'll end the session. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet the same time. Thank you.